Hi everybody, this is Donna Lee with Stampin' and Scrappin' with Donna Lee, and today I want to share with you a chalk couture project that I did the other night and recorded. So I am going to be using this chalkboard to put this chalk transfer on. This transfer is called She Believed, and unfortunately it is no longer available, or at least at this point it is no longer available. So the first thing I need to do is get it off of the sheet that it is sticking to, the transfer sheet. So we're going to start peeling the corners, and you'll see that I begin to have some success towards the bottom. So I just kind of rolled it up to where I could get it and then just pull it off. And the thing about these chalk transfers is you don't want to let the sticky part touch itself. So you just want to be real careful. So I'm going to do what we call defuzz. And so I am using a microfiber cloth from Pink and Maine. And I'm just laying my transfer down. And now I'm going to peel it back off of the microfiber cloth. And again, you just want to kind of get your edges up and just pull it up. And you'll see that it's still very, very sticky. And in hindsight, I should have defuzzed this at least once, if not 2 more times. And you'll see that a little bit of lint did come off, but it turned out to be fine anyway. So I've taken it off of my microfiber towel. And now I'm going to bring in my chalkboard, and we're going to spend a little bit of time lining up the transfer over the chalkboard and trying to get it centered. So before the video, I had kind of laid it out on there, so I'm just really eyeballing it, trying to, again, just center it on the chalkboard. So it's not perfect, but I'm going to go with it. Now, you may see some air bubbles underneath the solid part, and you really don't have to worry about those. What you want to pay attention to is where the silk screen is, which in this case is the letters. That's where you want to make sure there are no air bubbles. So I'm just simply taking my finger, I am applying a fair bit of pressure, and I'm rubbing out any possible air bubbles. So that goes by pretty quick. So this is our red paste. This is our chalk paste. And your consistency needs to be that of sour cream or yogurt. This little container is a 2-ounce container. It's an older container, and now the chalk paste is sold in the 3-ounce containers, which you can see below the camera there. And that's what comes in your kit, are the 3-ounce containers, and that's what you can purchase. So I'm just using a little makeup stir, and I'm just stirring my chalk paste to get the consistency that I want. So I have my consistency. I have a disinfectant wipe that I'm wiping my hands with. So now I'm just going to put some of the chalk paste around my transfer where it needs to be, which is where the silk screen is. And it doesn't take a lot. So I'm taking my squeegee. I am keeping it straight up and down, or I'm trying to. You'll see me correct myself here a few times. And I am applying a really good amount of pressure. I just want to move the paste where the silk screen is, and I want to apply good pressure so that I'm pushing the chalk paste through the silk screen on the transfer. So I'm starting to scoop up the paste that is excess. You can see that this, you really don't need a whole lot, but you just scoop it off and you put it right back in your jar, and you can use it again. So So I'm just wiping it off into the container. And I could have scraped a little more off, but I didn't. And so now I'm going to peel up the edges again. Now, let me talk to you a little bit about these transfers. You never want to pull it from the left-hand corner to the opposite bottom right-hand corner, because these transfers are much like fabric, and if you stretch it on the bias like that, you can ruin your transfers. So you always want to pull it up from the corner to corner, so bottom corner to bottom corner. And you can see that I am getting my husband's help in holding this chalkboard down. So this is why I mean that I should have defuzzed it at least one more time, if not another time. But I am loving the way this transfer worked. It is absolutely gorgeous, and I love that red chalk. It is awesome. So you can see the variation of color, and I will show you a picture of it hanging on the wall at the end of this video. It turned out really well. And this is my second project that I've done. We have just recently signed up with Chalk Couture to be designers, my husband and I. And we are excited about sharing this craft with our friends. And if you are interested in learning what this is about and how you can buy at 40% off all the time, please do get in touch with me through this video. You can send me a message, or you can find me on Facebook, Stampin' and Scrappin' with Donnelly. Actually, my Facebook page is Stampin' and Scrappin' Donnelly. So my Chalk Couture site is chalkcouture.com/chalk in paste. That's CHALKNPASTE. So you can find my website there, see what it's all about. And I would love to share with you how you too can sign up for a $99 kit. Get a lot of free transfers that come in your kit. You get 5 3-ounces of chalk paste that come in your kit, and you get the Aiden 9x12 frame, which is absolutely beautiful, and you get a round designer board. So you see me here that I have put the chalk transfer back onto the cloth, and I am taking a disinfectant wipe, not a baby wipe. You do not want to use baby wipes because you will not get as many uses out of your transfers if you do that. So just buy store brand name disinfectant wipes, and I was rubbing over the silk screen really well, really firm, because again, I want to push any paste that is left in that silk screen back onto my fabric. And my fabric, I'm just going to throw it in the washer. So the chalk paste is not permanent unless you seal it on your board, which I am not going to do because I'm going to want to change my design on my board periodically. So, but if you want it permanent, you can add some finishing to it to make it permanent. And I will show you how to do that at some point in a video. So you can see that I am trying to get this off of my cloth, and it's taken a minute. You just really have to work this. So I've flipped it over to make it easier for myself, and look how much of the chalk came off on my cloth. I mean, I actually could have put that down on another board and probably gotten a very good transfer. So there it is. there's the transfer onto my cloth. So I'm just going to put my transfer now back onto its original base, the shiny side up and the sticky side is going to go down. And I'm just going to lay it back down on there. And the big thing here is don't let it stick to itself, because then you're going to have to quickly work it and get it apart. So just take your time. Don't be nervous. And just don't stress over it and enjoy the process. And you can see that it goes right back down onto its base. And I will share with you that I talked to Michelle about this, and I asked her, you know, should I clean it again? I only did it that one time, and she said, yeah, you might want to. So last night I did go upstairs and I pulled it off of its backing sheet, and I did clean it with another wipe, but hardly any came out. So it was pretty well cleaned. So again, here is our finished chalkboard. She believed she could, so she did. And thanks for coming and watching our video today. And again, I would love to share this opportunity with you. We're going to have some specials that we're going to offer. So I'm going to be setting up a VIP page on my Facebook. So that is the only way you will find out about our Chalk Couture specials that we'll be offering one a month. And so be on the lookout for the invitations for that, and I hope you'll join me. Thanks for coming by.